We've been told that beginnings come with grand moments, with countdowns, celebrations, or some perfect sign. But time was never waiting for a date. It was always moving, always opening doors, quietly reminding you that you can begin again the moment you choose. This year didn't unfold, it unraveled. Dreams delayed, hearts strained, faith frayed. But even in the undoing, something sacred stirred, the awareness that growth hides inside what breaks. There comes a moment when silence feels louder than ambition, when you stop chasing and simply listen. That's where beginnings hide, in the quiet recalibration between what you lost and what still breathes. You've mistaken reflection for repetition. This isn't the same year returning, it's the same soul refining. Every reflection offers a different door. One opens when you stop fearing who you might become. The richest people aren't those counting coins, but those counting moments of grace. Kindness deposits interest, forgiveness clears debt. Love, freely given, multiplies, even in recessions of the heart. Even stillness moves. Beneath doubt, atoms rearrange. Faith works in unseen mathematics. Nothing is truly paused, only preparing for its next velocity. Forgiveness isn't erasure, it's reprogramming. You rewrite pain into data of wisdom. You debug resentment until compassion runs without error. And suddenly, your system runs smoother, not because others changed, but because you did. What if endings are soil? Every heartbreak, every failure, compost for tomorrow. The garden of your becoming needs storms to bloom. Don't mourn what died, it's feeding what's next. Cynicism was never wisdom, it was armor. But armor dulls light. Wonder is your native language, and you can still speak it, even after disappointment. Midnight isn't magic, choice is. Every breath is a threshold disguised as oxygen. The question isn't when you'll begin again, it's whether you'll allow yourself to. Somewhere between fatigue and faith, momentum wakes again. You remember that progress was never lost, only waiting for your permission. The smallest motion forward is still motion. Even breathing counts as rebuilding. Hope isn't fragile, it's engineered. Steel made from past failures, glass forged in forgiveness. Every structure of faith was once debris. You are the architect and the survivor. It whispers through what pulls your attention. Follow the tug. That's where life is asking you to grow next. Not in grand gestures, but quiet direction. It whispers through what pulls your attention. Peace doesn't come free. It costs your need to control. But when you pay that price, everything else feels lighter. Simplicity is the highest currency of joy. Real love doesn't chase, it orbits. It holds steady through distance and return. Its pull is gentle but constant, the unseen gravity that keeps souls aligned. Opportunities aren't miracles, they're transmutations. You turn rejection into redirection, endings into entryways. That's alchemy, transforming no into now. Belief is physics, energy responding to focus. What you sustain attention on expands. So aim your gaze at what heals, and let the universe follow its own math. No one grants you seasons. You bloom because it's time, not because the world says ready. Growth is rebellion dressed as grace. Every journey that felt lost was just a detour back to yourself. You weren't late, you were gathering truth. And now you return, not to where you were, but to who you've become. If something inside you stirred while listening, don't wait for a perfect moment to confirm it. Begin now, breathe, forgive, rebuild. Share this light with someone who's ready to start again. Because true beginnings multiply when they are witnessed. When you change your inner frequency, the world retunes. Old chaos stops resonating. New calm harmonizes around you. Every thought is an instrument, play peace, and life hums in key. One person's healing doesn't stay contained, it ripples. Your peace becomes someone's permission. When we breathe freely, we teach the world to exhale. Comparison is the thief of contentment, yet we invite it daily. But growth has no identical twin. Your path's rhythm is not theirs. It's a solo symphony, not a competition. Creation is joy rediscovered. It's what happens when you stop editing your wonder. The muse was never gone, only waiting for permission to dance again. Beginnings are beautiful, but consistency, that's where miracles mature. Keep showing up, even when applause fades. That's how roots grow beneath seasons unseen. Failure isn't final, it's rehearsal for alignment. Each misstep redirects precision. You're not broken, you're becoming accurate. Time doesn't heal, it reveals. Every second offered is a choice. To relive or to rewrite. Choose authorship, reclaim your timeline. The world is held together not by systems, but by empathy. Every act of grace repairs the unseen architecture of humanity. Life isn't running out of chances, it's waiting for readiness. What felt like missed timing was divine synchronization. When alignment arrives, everything blooms at once. You've remembered, beginnings are not events, they're decisions. Now, integrate what you've become. Carry peace into purpose and motion into meaning. The rest will follow. Every step forward is a spark. Even the smallest movement writes light across your path. Momentum is the handwriting of courage. Keep walking. The universe reads your footsteps as prayer. Every step forward is a spark. The noise fades. That silence isn't emptiness, it's harmony. Alignment sounds like peace. We speak often of giving, rarely of receiving. But accepting goodness is bravery too. It means believing you're worthy of softness again. Every thought collapses a universe of possibilities. Choose joy, and existence reorganizes around it. Reality is less fixed than we fear. It waits for your decision. The heart never measures distance, it measures expansion. Every time you forgive, its horizon widens. And one day you realize, it was never breaking, only stretching. The future isn't waiting ahead, it's unfolding from within. Every healed thought plants tomorrow's landscape. You are both seed and soil. After years of survival, the soul returns home to the body. You feel it in the breath, inhaling wholeness, exhaling fear. Presence is resurrection. Miracles disguise themselves as mornings, coffees, laughter. Stop waiting for the grand and meet the holy in the mundane. That's where grace hides. When one person chooses hope, the horizon brightens for many. We rise together, not in unison, but in harmony. Hope is contagious light. If these words found you, they were meant to. Share them, not for views, but for resonance. Because every story of beginning again reshapes the collective one. Let's build this dawn together. You've carried light longer than you've noticed. Even when dimmed, it never left. It just waited beneath the noise. Now that you remember it, the world remembers too. Healing doesn't speak in words. It speaks in breath, rest, laughter, and tears you stop apologizing for. It's fluency and softness. Gratitude pulls everything back into orbit. It reorders chaos, reminding you that nothing was wasted. Even pain served as gravity, keeping you close to meaning. Power doesn't always roar. Sometimes it whispers, "Not this anymore." Choice is quiet rebellion, the moment you stop repeating and start rewriting. Time isn't the enemy. It's the patient sculptor, reshaping pain into wisdom, turning ache into architecture. You are a monument of endurance turned grace. You're no longer chasing transformation, you're inhabiting it. The storm has passed, the soil is fertile again. This is not survival, this is evolution. Purpose doesn't arrive like thunder, it hums beneath daily motion. You feel it in the small yes, the humble work, the quiet resilience that never stopped. Faith without movement is potential energy. Move, and it becomes creation. The universe meets you halfway, but only after you begin walking. Each new beginning expands your field of vision. You start seeing life as it truly is, not a ladder to climb, but a sky to explore. This is awakening, not as event, but as habit, not as miracle, but as mindset. To live awake is to love deliberately, and to love deliberately is to begin again, every day. There comes a moment when striving stops, not from defeat, but arrival. Silence becomes holy ground. You realize peace isn't something to reach, it's where you've been heading all along. The breath you're taking now is your first act of creation. Inhale possibility, exhale permission. That's how universes are born. The past is archived light, the future awaiting echo. Everything real happens now. Now is forever's doorway. You don't need more time, more proof, more applause. You need presence. Enough is not a limit, it's a doorway into gratitude. Forgiveness completes the circuit. Without it, energy loops endlessly in pain. Release, and watch your power return home. Love doesn't end. It only changes form, from touch to memory, from presence to echo. Every echo still counts. The horizon isn't far, it's internal. Every time you look with compassion, another sunrise appears behind your eyes. You've come full circle, but you're not the same. You return lighter, clearer, truer. The labyrinth didn't trap you, it taught you the map. You don't need a new year to begin again, just a new moment, chosen with courage. This one, right now, it's enough to change everything. If this touched something inside you, share it with someone standing at their own threshold. We rise by beginning again, together, because the end of a year isn't closure. It's confirmation that you are still becoming.